Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Thanks guys, good evening folks, this is the Event Lounge. Today we will be interviewing a classical character from To Kill a Mockingbird in 1962, Brock Peters, who plays Tom Robinson. Come out, Brock!
Thank you. Oh, hello, Ken. Just scratch me on the show.
Well, it's great to have you, mate.
Thanks.
So, the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, how's the experience in starring in such a movie which was such a great success?
Oh, it was a great experience. It was a great event that inspired many people today. It was tough acting to play out as the main point of interest in the film, but overall it was a great experience.
Well, would you say that you encouraged many people because obviously the movie represented a society which was against black people?
Yeah.
So, and there was Atticus Finch, who's Gregory Peck. He played the lawyer defending a black person, and you were playing the black person, Tom Robinson, who had been accused of raping a white girl.
Oh, well, yes, I think Tom and Atticus showed that there was a justification, and black people were not actually always being guilty, but I think many people have learnt this, and that movie definitely has enforced that, and has made a cultural movement towards the equality between the races.
So, would you say that the movie obviously followed stereotypes of black people, and then changed it around as it came to the end when Tom Robinson was actually defending a black person? Everyone was in such a shock for that.
Oh yeah, I have to agree with what you just said there. At the beginning of the movie, it was a classic stereotype, the blacks against the whites. But throughout the movie, we learned to find out that not all blacks are always guilty, and in fact, sometimes we are criticised and manipulated, or even minoritized because of the white people. But this movie has definitely showed that we can break out of that, and we're not always guilty.
So would you say that you were an encouragement to many people who feel that they are not accepted in today's society? Because obviously in the movie, black people weren't accepted in that society, and Atticus, who was Gregory Peck, he was on a mission to. Would you say that he was on a mission to change that and make white and black people equal?
Yes, definitely. I have to agree with that, because this movie was basically a push for equal rights between the races. I play an example of the persecutors who, there are many just like me out there in the real world who, they're getting in trouble for crimes that they have not committed, and sometimes they're even dying for that, which in my opinion is extremely wrong, and I hope this really pushes towards a better time.
So, what would you say was your favourite role in that movie?
No, I say we'll have to be working with Gregory Peck, also known as Atticus in the movie. The scene where we're in the courthouse and he was defending me. That scene was, in my opinion, one of the most powerful scenes in the movie, and really set an example, or in fact even a revolutionary cultural difference.
Very strong words, mate. Thank you for that. That's it. Okay, so Brock, obviously the movie inspired many people because it encouraged people of a different race, for example, the Black Americans or Aboriginals. How was your role in the movie inspiring towards black people and Aboriginal people being accepted in today's society?
I think Tom and Atticus show that there was a justification. Black people not actually always being guilty. I think that many people today have learned this.
That's pretty deep. So you're obviously remember that the scene when Bob Ewell comes and spits in Atticus's face, and Atticus just. It was very strong scene where Atticus just wipes the spit off his face and turns around and gets in the car and drives off. Why do you think that was such a strong scene?
Basically because I'm from a white descent, and so the fact that I was defending a black person, and then I was defending his rights.
You are a black. So obviously you remember the scene when Bob Ewell spits in Atticus Finch's face. Atticus Finch, who obviously played by Gregory Peck. Why did you feel that scene was so strong?
Well, I felt that Gregory Peck, also known as Atticus in the film, he played a great role in particularly that scene. He was defending me in the movie, and usually someone from a white descent would be defending a white person, but it was say culturally revolutionary that he's doing something so different, and I think that's why the scene is so compelling. And
also, would you say that he played a strong role there, as in to step away from the fight, because obviously he spat in his face, and probably if he'd done it to one of us, right? If it was in real life, obviously someone would probably have a go at him. But Atticus didn't. He turned around.
He was the better man.
Yeah, that. So how was it like working with an actor like Gregory Peck?
It was a very enjoyable experience. He was quite a good actor to work with. I wish he was here. I haven't seen him in a very long time.
Well, why don't we bring him out here, ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Peck.
Crowd.
Hey Gregory, great to have you on the show, mate.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here, Kendra. This is a great crowd, you know.
So Greg, how was it how was the experience being part of such a successful film and acting as the lawyer of a black person in a society where black people weren't really accepted?
Well, you know, it was quite a great experience, you know, like the role of Atticus, and I was representing Tom Robinson, Brock Hugh.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure, you know. And him being called a black lover and a traitor, you know, and it showed a great amount of bravery towards my character's personality, and it was an honour to be the lawyer of such a great character.
Such is his role great in that movie. Now we were talking before about the scene. I was talking with Brock about the scene where Bob Ewell spits in Atticus's face. And Atticus just wipes off the spit, walks back in his car, and just drops everything. Now, obviously, that was a very hard scene for you, because you had to show, different sort of emotions, and you had to be strong throughout that scene. So, how was it? How was the feeling of doing that scene?
Well, you know, it took a few takes, you know, because it was serious, you know. It had to be very serious, and yeah, it just shows Atticus's personality. Like he doesn't stoop to that level. He just, you know, he's a good bloke.
We do that. And Brock, what do you think about the whole thing? Obviously, what Greg said about your role in the movie, of how you were such a strong character.
Well, just to get things started here, me and Atticus, we got along very well on the stage. You know, since he was defending me, and what you say, he couldn't have been any more right. For what he said it's exactly it's. Oh yeah, I have to back him up 100%.
Well, let's just play the scene from the movie where we're in the courtroom and Atticus has his big speech to say.
Thank you.
That was honestly, that was great acting, guys. Especially, I loved the scene where Brock, you played that crying scene when that we just saw when they asked you whether you actually killed the girl and raped the girl and committed the crime. How long did it take you to perfect that scene?
It took me quite a while, you know, just to get the tears running, to get, you know, the emotions running. It was a difficult thing, but you know, in the end we got it right, and yeah, it's earned us a few awards. So you know, we can definitely our professionality is top standard.
Well, guys, obviously it was a great movie. We just have one last question before we end the show. You've worked very hard for the movie, of course. What was the key aspect to the success of the movie that earned you so many awards?
Well, there was a lot of communication and teamwork involved, and a lot of passion towards the film and the moral of the film, And that's what made it such a great film.
And Brock, what do you think about it?
We couldn't do it with various directors, script writers. Just to name three off the top of my head: Grace, Katarina, and Anastasia. We couldn't do, we couldn't do this by ourselves. So we needed help from them. There are many backstage as well. We owe them a lot. Especially especially the three that I named. Yeah.
Thank you. Tune in with us tomorrow for the topic of Kevin Rudd, the new Prime Minister. Thanks for the show, guys. Well done.